I just spent 60 hours playing a game that I don't think is actually very good. Ghost Recon Wildlands was pretty universally seen as a 7 out of 10 back when it came out in 2017 out of 10. The writing is among the worst of any game I have ever played. The voice acting comes across as like a middle schooler's idea of what they think sounds cool and awesome. The American interventionism power fantasy of hunting down a Bolivian drug cartel by blowing up tangos everywhere you go is problematic, to say the least. So why did I play this game so much? Because kids sometimes, at the end of the day, Daddy doesn't always want the cautiously prepared 5-star Gordon Ramsay dinner, all right? Sometimes he wants Pizza Hut. It's critically mid comfort trash. It might not be good for your brain, but spin me right round and call me dead or alive. Extreme Beach Ball, holy shit. Maybe I do like sports.
Why do I have to censor it?
But many of these critically deemed 7
It's
out of
not
10
showing
are
anything,
often
is it?
capable of scratching a specific itch. An itch that those esteemed 10 out of 10 hold forward while your character shimmies through a tight crack games just can't quite scratch. The only thing they scratching is that tight crack on their ass. The best 7 out of 10s might not always fully stick the landing, but hey, at least it's trying out some cool new trick. Don't worry about the haters, brother. I gotcha. 7s walk. So
this
that
is what
10s
I
can
meant
steal
about
their mechanics
the
later and win a bunch of awards.
game
That's why
shows.
6 scare of 7, not because they not. Take the Just
Do
Cause
gamers
series made
like
by Avalanche
games?
Studios. You know, some real solid 7 out of 10
Or are
games.
all
Do people
games
like them
just
because
bad?
they're polished? Are you blind? Are you here right now? Is he stand up or is he in your chair right now? People love the physics-based sandbox of chaos and explosions and creativity.
Brother,
and
you play
gliders
League?
and,
I
scratches
know.
chin, ponders. What's in like every game in the past 5 years? Perchance it's gliders, my lord.
There's literally
Wildlands
nothing I
is
can even be like,
borderline
oh,
race
at least
car
I don't
most
play
of the time,
blank.
so that
There's like literally
that's
nothing
pretty
worse.
rough. But if you ignore all that stuff, it's also
Except for,
a
like, maybe
gorgeous,
Dota?
massive
I don't know.
sandbox of opportunity that grants you so much freedom in how you want to pursue your objectives, and you can play it with your friends. And surprise, surprise, it's made by the undisputed king of the 7 out of 10 open world game, Ubisoft. Who the fuck you calling soft, brother? You're the soft one. Matter of fact, you be making me soft with that fugly ass ball of yours. Say you're sorry.
Whoa.
Say you're sorry. We often give Ubisoftware a bunch of crap for what they do.
Well,
and-
Fish, thanks for 7
and
months.
yeah, honestly, we should. They do a lot of dumb shit. Ubisoft Connect can connect its
Nikki,
foot
thanks
to
for
my
20
ass.
29
Wait,
months.
scratch that. Reverse
At
it.
least
But
you
the
don't
sheer
play
amount of
WoW.
solid 7s and 8s.
But I do now. I just got my 85 character on Cataclysm like 2 days ago while I was sick. Because again, I had nothing to fucking do.
That they consistently squat out that then go on to influence much better games is frankly
Congrats, I
astounding.
guess.
Is
Thank
the AI
you.
going to be smart? Am I going to be smart? I'll give you a hint. The answer is the same. Are the animations going to be polished? Does a bear shit in a Ubisoft outpost? No. Well, sometimes they
Yo,
do. There
Dazar,
are
thanks
bears
for
in
the 2
Far Cry.
gifted.
Scratch that. Reverse it. Is your companion going to ask you to take the vehicle off of sweet jumps even when it's a helicopter? I don't know. Let's ask one of our genius tango operators over here.
This ride ain't all bad.
Shit, give me a beer and I'll pretend we're back home off the coast of Myrtle Beach.
You still think you're 22 or something?
Nah, I'm just looking to hook up with 22-year-olds.
What are you
Sure.
What?
jumps, you creep. But now let's compare a Ubisoft
What is
open world
that
to a
dive
10 out of 10
banter?
open world like GTA 5. Can you tackle objectives however you want? I'll give you
The quirky
hint.
gaming banter.
The answer is no. But is it way more detailed and polished and generally functional? Yes. And it's also way more accessible to a mass audience because, like many other prestige 10 out of 10 games, it practically plays itself. And people go, whoa, this is just like a movie. I get to hold forward and lock on to dudes. This
Wow.
definitely isn't just ripping off Michael Mann's Heat 10 out of 10. Obviously, Ubisoft's quality standard is vastly inferior. That's not my point. Most people are going to enjoy
Rico, thanks
GTA
for
5
6
as a
months.
product way more, and justifiably so. But I guess my dumbass point is that a critic score does not always tell the full story of exactly what an experience entails and what might appeal to you. And also in Heat, Al Pacino says, great ass! In summary, Nakey Jakey's in defense of the 7 out of 10 games has a couple interesting points that are sadly buried underneath a wealth of poop and fart jokes. A 7 out of 10. Hi, I'm Jakey. And Jakey.
Wait, he's wearing the same outfit as me.
Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. My attention span is correct. I need multiple screens in front of my eyes at all times so I can keep the darkness away. But anytime my current browser is open during my gaming time, my gaming performance is awful. But not with Opera GX. GX Control lets you limit the amount of CPU or RAM that your browser gets to use during your gamer time. Just look at how much nicer Opera GX is to your CPU and RAM versus the other guy. I hate when my browser is boring and looks like this. Opera GX has the GX Store, which has GX mods. There's so many wacky kooky mods, including the official Nakey Jakey one that has its own back import.
Holy fuck, it's long.
This timely divorce. But ultimately plagued by my untimely divorce. A heartbreak out of 10. Take Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Most critics reviewed this game lower than the first one with a lot of 7 out of 10s. But ask anyone who's played both games and they'll likely tell you how much better of a game Shadow of War is. This Metacritic score may as well be ancient hieroglyphics to them, and they are not Tomb Raider, Crody. They cannot read that. The Nemesis system is vastly superior in Shadow of War, which I think alone makes it a much more worthwhile experience to spend your limited precious gamer hours on before you inevitably die. But also, take this all with the fattest grain of salt, because this is all coming
wasting
from a guy
all mine
that
on WoW and
typically
League.
does not give a shit about most video game stories. And the reason for that, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. Haha, LOL, remember that one? In my personal experience, I think a lot of especially AAA video game stories are some pretty droll, uninspired garbage featuring like the most insipid millennial-ass writing ever. And I do not hesitate to skip a cutscene. And if I don't even have the option to skip a cutscene, that's an immediate C sanitary rating for come on. Which is an interesting thing when it comes to reviews, right? One critic
cool?
is
Thanks
going to
for the
place
1 year.
way more importance and weight on certain qualities versus another critic. Story being a huge point of contention for many. So Shadow of War gets a lot of lower scores than Shadow of Mordor because of a shitty story and bloated size. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that stuff because it's not why I'm here. I'm here to kill funny orcs. I'm not here to 100% every game I play. Get a job. Not to grind your gears. This actually sort of is my job. Obviously, in a perfect world, you should get great gameplay and story, but if you realistically
thanks for
don't
the Prime.
expect a Tarantino level
Yeah, I met
screenplay
the
every
dog
time
girl
you
in the
boot up
kitchen
your
earlier.
Xbox 5, suddenly
like, what
a lot of
the-
those
what's going
7s
on?
are actually starting to look like 8ers or 9ers.
She seemed nice, though.
Niner, we got a 319. Dying Light is such a fun and unique blend of fluid movement and zombie combat, and it absolutely
what?
nails both of
The
those
dog
core
girl.
features. It just feels really good to play. But check the critical reviews, and it's a lot of 7s, pointing out a shitty story, which it is, with shitty characters, which they are, and repetitive story objectives
But
lacking
what?
real player motivation.
Why is that weird?
Which they do if
Can we
it's
talk
good.
about it? Talk about
Your
what?
main reason for playing the game is the riveting story. If you're here to kill zombies and be terrified while running around nighttime with your friends, the only objective you need is an icon on the map saying, "Come get y'all juice." Okay, but now look at Dying Light 2,
Yo,
which
Sino,
also
thanks for the
received a lot of
32
sevens.
months.
I mean, honestly, it's a lot of the
How
same
is that
reasons
weird?
as the first game. But for me, 2 was a disappointment for different reasons. The satisfying ragdolls from the first game were just fully absent, and it just didn't feel as good to kill zombies in this game, which along
Yo,
with
Beats,
doing
thanks
cool
for the 8
jumps, and I
months.
do so very much love a cool jump,
Emery washes,
that's why
Emery
I'm
washes,
here. I'm
Emery
not here to
washes.
find out what happens to generic 20-something male game protagonist who mysteriously sounds like every other f***ing 20-something male game protagonist in every game ever. I love skateboarding, and I also love games that have a high skill
Amy
ceiling
and
and
High
take some
Chat.
time to master, you know,
Yo,
like
Summer,
Super
thanks
Smash
for the
Bros.
resub.
Melee or
And Cam,
Big
thanks for the
Buck
Prime.
Hunter Arcade Nude Mod Texture Pack. So you take a
Ew,
skate
what?
simulator like Skater XL or Session, both games that reviewed very poorly. I mean, I'm talking more like 5 or 6 out of 10 because of the price, the bugs, the difficulty, the lack of a true single-player campaign, all totally valid reasons. But at the same time, I have played them this much, and I have deduced that Session is actually the much better game. One man's trash is another man's virtual tech deck that I can play for hours and hours on end, giving myself my own objectives and challenges, much like a baby that just took your phone and found the settings app. At the end of the day, what even is a review score but an arbitrary number that some person online just chose and said, yeah, I know that's
7
right.
out of 10
Why
means
is it so
mid.
deeply rooted in our caveman brains to assign rankings to everything and pit everything against each other with tier lists and top 10 lists?
Is it
Restaurants,
still lagging?
movies, video games,
I haven't seen
people.
on Buff
Are you a
Reveal
7
emote
out of
in,
10?
like,
Am I a
30
7 out of
seconds.
10? This video title isn't even an original thought. This person wrote about the
Yes.
exact same concept before I did,
Ugh.
and this person wrote about it before they did. Are we all just doing and saying the same things?
This
Does
has
any
just
of this
not
even
been my
matter?
month so
Are we
far.
purely defined by the numbers that assess us? This video gets less views. This video gets more views. YouTube
getting
won't let me
better.
forget the numbers, Mason. Nothing is real, Mason.
It's
What's
getting
the point of
better.
anything if it's all actually mid? Maybe we should all just play Wildlands in this bar. Yeah, that sounds good. But maybe the magic was lurking in the mid all along. Is the beauty of our daily lives actually sourced in the mundane moments we deem to be seemingly unexceptional? Maybe the truly exceptional moments are the ones special and individually unique to us. The things that we like, even if this one chronically online Yoga Ball gamer said it made them want to Ubisoft connect their foot to ass. Maybe everything was a 7 all along. I'd be okay with that. A 7 feels most accurate when reviewing our collective experience on this blue orb. It's mostly good with a little bit of trash sprinkled on top for good measure.
So life is a 7 out of 10.
And I'm okay with that. Thank you for watching my video, brought to you by Ball Creative. First merch drop pre-orders should be shipping out around now, this video, at the time of this video going up, so expect that. Comment your favorite 7 out of 10s. Oh my God, he's gonna do it again. Is he here right now? Is he stand up or is he in your chair right now? Comment
is being a
below,
pick-me
rate,
for
subscribe,
shitty
put that
games.
bell up. Just,
I mean, a 7 out of 10 is not even
bless up
bad.
till you dress up. Is he here right now? Is he
I
standing
feel
up?
like
or is he in your
a
chair
7
right
out of 10
now?
means like
Got
it's
that out of the
okay.
way.
I don't hate it, but it's not that good.
Truffle butter on your pussy, I'll eat it in the morning.